All right, and another thing I wanted to get into was Sheryl Miller, and she went on Cam and Mace platform. Went to their YouTube channel, but she was on Mark Jackson's podcast with his son. And they had a lot of conversation, and of course, they talked about her and Reggie, and they talked about her being the GOAT and her scoring 105 points in college, and all of these things. And but what I really wanted to get into was what she said about the All-Star game for the WNBA. Of course, she coached the All-Star game, and she coached the All-Stars versus the Team USA. And of course, those All-Stars had Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese on it. And she spoke about both of them. And I kind of want to play what she said about both of them and give my thoughts on what she said, and then get y'all thoughts. But this is what Sheryl Miller said.
And that kid went nuts in the second half. Went absolutely nuts. Couple timeouts with Caitlin. I said, you guys, I don't care how you feel about her. You want to score? Run, and keep your head on the swivel. Because I knew that kid could pass. I didn't know she was that good. I was curious to see how she would be around, great players. And she showed up and showed out. And Angel Reese, guys, I don't know how she does it. She doesn't jump out the gym. She's not like your 6'6", 6'5", which gives her a height advantage, a length advantage. So it has to be here. It has to be here, because I've never seen someone offensively rebound better than her. And she reminds me of that mentality of Dennis Rodman. Anything around the rim, loose around there, she gonna find a way. And they used to call it, he has a nose for the ball. No, it's just something in them that every loose ball, they gonna find a way. Runs the floor, great hands, understanding. Those two being on the floor shattered whatever narrative people were trying to push. I don't know animosity. I mean, it was fun while it lasted, but these guys, all they wanted to do was win. And seeing them interact off the court and shoot around and everything else, it was fun. It was a lot of fun, guys. And it was such a blessing to be a part of it.
So I like the way she handled it, because toward the end, she said there's no animosity. But when I see how they interact with each other off the floor, how they play with each other on the floor, how they interact with each other in the locker room, she said there's no animosity between those two. They're athletes, they're competitors. They compete, but they leave it on the floor, right? So I like that she said that, but I also like that she kind of put to bed this whole false narrative, which I got a video on, and I've already said it, because the key knock on Angel Reese is that, number one, all her rebounds are off of her misses, so it's not impressive. Well, we can actually see her rebounding her opponent's misses when she, as a defensive rebound, and we can see other offensive rebounds that she's getting off her teammates' misses. And now, if she goes, it's a very physical game in the paint in the WNBA. It's like it used to be in the 90s for the NBA. So when she goes down low, she's getting contact on every shot attempt. There's no clean shot attempts, right? So she's getting contact. So if her learning curve is, you need to be able to, well, she can play through that contact and she can handle it. It ain't like she falling to the ground, but you need to be able to finish through that contact. Sometimes she can, sometimes she can't, right? And sometimes she seek the contact out a little bit too much. It's almost like I need to bump you before I even get this shot off, and sometimes you can just get the shot out over someone. I don't understand why she's always trying to go through people and then finish, right? So, but as far as her getting all that contact, all her contacts are contested. All her layups are contested and with body contact, so yeah, if you want to critique her and say, look, that's something that you need to bring next season and show us that you upgraded in the era, great, right? I think every rookie has something that they're going to have to get in the lab and correct this summer, right? That's great. But if you're trying to tell me that because you're missing shots in the paint, and then you get your rebound after you missed a shot, that either one, that rebound isn't impressive, or two, you're padding your stats because you missed that shot on purpose. You got to be some type of you got to be some type of stupid if that's your argument, right? You got to be saying, and for the most part, I don't meet a lot of stupid people. So if you're saying that, you either think I'm dumb, right? Or you're just saying that because your dislike for this player is so bad that you would say anything to discredit her, right? And either way, if you're using any of those tactics or that logic, I'd rather not deal with you, right? So, but she mentioned the rebound, and she said, first and foremost, I haven't met anybody, and she's played with a lot of greats, and she's seen a lot of greats. For her to say that she hasn't seen anyone, this is arguably the GOAT of women's basketball. Whether you want to argue if it was Cheryl, whether you want to argue it was Cynthia Cooper or Diana Taurasi or Cheryl Swoops, all these are Leslie or Candace Parker, but the person who got the biggest and best argument is going to be Sheryl Miller. So if she's saying it, and you can hear how she talks, she don't got a lot of cap in her rap. So if she's saying it, this is one of the greatest rebounds I ever seen. I think a lot of people got to kind of respect that. And I think it's time to put to bed the noise about her rebounds is impressive, right? Then we go to the part, all right, so if we put that to bed, can we discredit her as far as, her Rookie of the Year hopes, which I think everyone would be voting for Caitlin Clark at this moment, being that her team is such on a great win streak, and the Sky had took that skid, that losing streak. So for me, the team with the most wins, whatever you did that produced the most wins, is going to have my vote. So my vote is with Caitlin Clark for Rookie of the Year. But when it was close, and a lot of people think it was never close, but for me, when their records was equal and they both was fighting for that number 8 seed, it was close to me. What some people would say is that rebounds isn't as impressive as points. And I agree 100%, because you gotta score points to win. So I value points over every other statistic. For me, it's points, it's defense, and then everything else is just a result of it, right? Because points is the stat that we actually care about. And sometimes assists, I mean, the name tells it all. I'm assisting you in scoring. You get what I'm saying? Like if I assist you into doing a backflip by you putting your foot in my hand and I throwing, or put it this way, I don't know if you ever seen the kids where one would run and jump, and then we would push them up by their waist, like they'll jump toward us in front of us, and we push them up by their waist and they dunk. That's called an assist. I helped you do that. Would you then turn around and give the person who pushed you up the most credit for the dunk? You get what I'm saying? It's an assist. I'm assisting you, right? If I was lifting weights and I'm maxing out and I get to my max and I'm on my last rep and I'm trying to get it up, and then you kind of with your fingertips help me get it up and rack it, you're not going to turn around and be like, oh, I lifted 245, because you assisted me in lifting it. I'm the one up here struggling. All you did was put your fingertips up to give me a little assist, right? So when did assist become something that we regarded as much as points, right? So assisting is not the same as points. You help someone score. The person who scored a point is the person who has the skill to put the ball in the hole. If you pass it to me for a 3-point shot, it's up to me whether I get 3 points or you get an assist. If I don't make that shot, you don't get an assist. So we're giving assists a lot of credit because of people like Magic and people like Stockton and J Kidd, because they made it such a thing. But assists don't trump points. I'm sorry. If this was spades, points would be the big joker, right? Defense would be the little joker. Those are the two most important things, right? So a point, you can't get an assist without a point or without a made basket, and you can't get a rebound without a missed shot. And what makes you miss shots? Defense. So defense is the thing that is done that leads to rebounds, and offense is the thing that's done to lead to assists. So in my estimation, assists and rebounds are on the same level, and points and defense is on the same level. Caitlin Clark is a queen at scoring points. Angel Reese is a queen at defense. Caitlin Clark is a queen at assists. Angel Reese is a queen at rebounds, right? So they both do two great things that contribute to winning, and they both do things that's on the joker level, but one is the big joker. So the edge goes to Caitlin since she's the scorer. But then when you flip it and you be like, okay, so if Caitlin's the scorer and Angel is the defender, what are they doing on the other side? What is Angel doing on the scoring end? She's scoring 14 points. Well, if Angel is scoring 14 points and that's not her primary thing, but scoring is Caitlin's primary thing and she's scoring 18, it's kind of close. All right, so what is Caitlin doing on defense versus what Angel's doing on defense? Well, Angel is leading her defense. Caitlin's a liability on defense. And like I've always said, what's the worst ability in basketball? Because some people say the best ability is availability. But on the turn side, the worst ability is a liability. And Caitlin Clark has been a liability on defense for most of the season, right? So that's why it was even for me. You had one great on defense, one great on offense, but the other one was also great on offense, and the other one was very poor on defense, right? The assists and the rebounds, they cancel each other out. It's the same thing. One is just something that defense, like you got to play defense to get a rebound, and you have to score. Someone has to score for you to get an assist. That's just how I'm looking at it, right? So I like the fact that Sheryl Miller pointed that out. I like the fact that she pointed out from what she's saying at the All-Star break, there's no feud between them two. Like, it's good blood between them. And I think it's really time for people to really, like, stop thinking that you owe Angel or Caitlin a favor by fighting whoever's rooting for them. If there's Caitlin fans or Angel fans that like, it's not a good thing that you look at the freaking social media and they're in there throwing racial slurs and it's all types of like, it's channels dedicated to trying to clown Angel Reese. And I don't understand them. Like you made a channel to clown Angel Reese. Even the pro Caitlin Clark channels, they don't just sing the praises of Caitlin Clark. They clown Angel Reese for everything she did. Her injury is even fake to them. They said her injury is fake and selfish. She tweeted out when she got injured, and they said that was selfish because she kept saying me. Well, she was the only one that got hurt. Who else she gonna talk about? Like, I mean, like it's insane, man. It's insane, right? Let me get some of these comments. She puts effort in those rebounds, needs to work on her shot and touch, though. I hope she does. And look, I think her shot and touch, I like her. I mean, the way she free. I'm all right. So this is what I see from Angel Reese. And a lot of people don't even know, because I was watching one channel and they was talking crap about her, and they're not basketball guys, right? So I don't even know why they was interested in this topic, but they didn't even know Angel Reese was left-handed. They had no clue, right? So I'm like, man, you must really be lost. So she's left-handed, but you can tell by how she shoots with her right hand. She's really ambidextrous. So if you see her a lot of times, whatever side of the ball she's on or whatever side of the rim she's on, that's the hand she's going to use. It don't matter what shot it is. And she uses her right hand just as much as she uses her left. Like, she uses them both, right? So she's scoring on hand, off hand, and her dominant hand, right? And then she shoots her jump shots, her threes, and her free throws left-handed. Now, the issue with people who are kind of ambidextrous, because my son is ambidextrous, he shoots left-handed, he writes with his right hand, he throws the football with his right hand, he throws the baseball with his right hand, he kicks the soccer ball with his right foot. So he does a lot of things right-handed, but he shoots left-handed, right? When I was first teaching him how to shoot, the fact that his right hand was really his dominant hand, but he couldn't shoot with it, but he could shoot with his left hand. It was hard when he was trying to make sure that his shot was just one hand and then the guy hand, and he was getting both of them involved in his shot. It took a lot of training for him to be able to shoot it the way you're supposed to shoot it, and the other hand wasn't involved too much because he's so used to using his dominant hand with everything. Why not use it with the shot? So if you watch Angel Reese, you can see when she shoot, sometimes her hands cross, or it's like you see sometimes both of them it's very weird. And I'm like, oh man, she's struggling because she can really shoot with both hands. I can tell she can shoot with both. I mean, she's really got to put a lot of work in to make sure, all right, I'm left-handed. This is how, she's really got to do that. It's a lot. So what I'm saying, go back and look and watch her play and watch some of her jump shots and you'll see what I'm talking about. But I could be wrong, but that's just my thoughts on what I think is going on. But as far as everything down low, I already explained that. Like, it's a lot of contact, it's physical down there, right? So, maybe if she had media members that was saying that all the contact she got in the paint was racism and jealousy, and they need to change the rules so she can get a shot off in the paint. Maybe her percentages will go up, but she don't have the cavalry going to bat for her like that. We're all just talking spronts like you, young. No one is crying, just opinions about what we see. Your opinion is welcome to. Please, Angel, don't Ben Simmons out on us. I guess that was funny. Rodman rebounding is not the same as Angel Reese. Yeah, it's not the same. She didn't say her rebounding was the same as Angel Reese. Rodman's rebounds was the same as Angel Reese. What Sheryl Miller said is that she reminds me of Rodman as far as the fact that she wanted every loose ball and every rebound. Yeah, I just didn't want to guard it. Yeah, I mean, because it's gonna be a long day at work. It's gonna be a long day at work, man. All right, let's get into this one. And then when she jumped up and cheered when Caitlin Clark got knocked to the ground, and then the super hard foul to Caitlin Clark's head by Reese, it don't look great. Who cares? All right, that's my thing. Like, who cares? Like, what does that mean? So it's a hard foul. She got knocked down, and what? Now, if no one else in the history of basketball ever had a hard foul or ever got knocked down, you might have a point. But hard fouls and knockdowns are part of the game. And if we're hard fouling a player, first of all, if we're playing a player that's highly skilled, who's a finesse player, who we think that our contact, our physicality, and our intimidation is going to get in that person's head, he or she, with whoever it is, if it's going to work, we're going to do it because we're in the business of winning ball games. They want to win. How can you stop Caitlin Clark? Well, if you get physical with her, you can take her out of the game mentally. If you get physical with her, you can turn her over. If you get physical with her, you can fluster her feathers. But if that's part of what we think we can do to affect her, why can't we do it? And the reason why we can't do it is because if we do it, then every one of her fans and media are going to say we're doing it because we're jealous. Why they just can't be doing it because they want to win? That's part of the game. We've been physical with every player that came in the league. She's not different. You got to get out your feelings, man. Just because you see her get knocked down don't mean you got to be offended. She's not even offended. She got knocked down. Reese clapped about it and smiled about it. Yeah, because we getting in her head. Great. She's a grown woman. She drove herself to the arena and she tied both her shoes, and she can eat chicken and pork chop without getting choked. She don't need you babysitting her. Let her go out and play that grown woman game for all that money she's making. Let her play and let her peers compete against her. And then you sit back and watch. You can't baby her. You can't baby her. It's just not point. CC has her team playing amazing team ball. She's stirring the drink. Yeah, I agree. It's just not points for Caitlin Clark. She got her team playing amazing basketball. I agree 100%. All right. I'm not gonna open the phone lines up because this next topic is wow, that's interesting about your son shooting the basketball with the left hand, but most everything else was right. Yeah, I don't know how it happened. And the crazy thing about it is the first sport he played was soccer. They let him play soccer at 4. So the first sport he played at was soccer. And then at 6, they let him play basketball. Right. So I knew he was right-footed. And I knew he wrote with his right hand, and I knew he was right-footed. So I thought everything was cool. Before basketball. I'm sorry. Before basketball, it was t-ball. It was t-ball he got into before basketball, and I had bought him his glove because I'm thinking he right-handed. Glove on his left hand. He trying to throw the ball with his right hand, and he couldn't throw the ball. I mean, it was embarrassing. I'm like, man, is that my son? I'm like, yo, man, I couldn't figure it out, man. And after that first practice, I said, man, we got to go to the field, man. We got to fix this. And I'm trying to fix it, I couldn't figure it out, and I'm just like scratching my head, man. I'm like, man, what is it? And then he took his glove off and switched his hand and threw a strike with his left hand. I was like, how the heck are you left-handed? And that's how I found out. So he throws left-handed and he shoots left-handed, but rights with his right hand, kicks the soccer ball with his right foot, and throws the football with his right hand. It's just freaking weird. I don't know. Very weird. All right, let's open the phone lines. No. I'm gonna get to this next one first. I'm gonna open the phone lines after you know what? I'll open it up. Let's take 2 calls. I want to hear your thoughts on the Sheryl Miller and the Caitlin Clark. Phone lines are open. Let's do it. Can eat pork and chicken without getting shot. Yeah, man. She's grown, man. Like, why people feel like they gotta go to war about this, man? Do y'all not find it like seriously? I don't know what everybody's nationality is or what their race is and all this stuff or what their gender identity is, but all I do know is that everybody in this comment section likes sports and like basketball, and we get to come in here and talk. Don't it feel good that we don't have to freaking dislike each other just because one of us is rooting for one of these players and hating the other one? Like, that jump feels I don't like freaking trying to defend somebody just because another person hates them, for whatever reason. I mean, I'm not gonna attempt to freaking guess why you hate Reese or why you hate Caitlin Clark. I'm not even gonna attempt to, but that junk is freaking ridiculous. It's not fun, and it makes sports just everything what it's supposed to be about. It makes it horrible, man. Like going into the barbershop to be able to talk about something and not bring in politics, not bring in gender identity, race, and bring all that stuff into it, and we can just talk about the game. That's fun. Caller from North Carolina, what's up?
About time, man. Every time I try to call, you be trying to duck the smoke, man. I'm getting tired of you, man.
Chris,
but what?
What's good?
Man, I don't look, the Angel Reese thing, man. People don't like her because of her off the court situations, pretty much, and just what she be saying.
So it's not basketball?
Nah. It's just, her looking good and, her being young. So, she's living her life. So they don't like that.
So not basketball related.
No. She's a good player. She definitely has talent. These numbers are terrible. If we're talking about efficiency, that jump shot is broke.
Her free throws are good though. So that's
73%. That's LeBron James numbers.
Yeah, but for a big a post player, LeBron is a wing player, right? So
LeBron is 6'9".
A wing
She's
player,
6'3".
right? Come on, it's women and men. Are you serious?
I get it, but she's really the point. I mean, really the height of a point guard. To be honest,
The height of a the height of a man point guard.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. Okay. She's a big in the WNBA.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is her shooting stroke from the free throw line looks good, and it's the same shot every time, which tells me that it is only a matter of time and enough repetition for her regular jump shot, in-game jump shot, to be improved. So it's there. The bones are there, and I think she'll be more improved. But go ahead.
Her finishing at the rim is another thing.
It's hitting
39%, man, is bad. It's bad, and a lot of people think that she's stat padding for those rebounds, which is why they are saying that her team is pretty much playing better with her not on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And because, she just chasing rebounds, and I think she chasing that Rookie of the Year, which is not going to happen. It was going to be Caitlin Clark, even if she was averaging Malcolm Brogdon numbers when he won Rookie of the Year. It wouldn't have mattered. So, I wouldn't say that you're, a Caitlin Clark hater, because I know you're not. I know you like Caitlin Clark. Everybody loves Caitlin Clark except for those women in the NBA.
Lord have mercy.
But
what women
outside of that,
what women don't like Caitlin Clark?
I mean, it's obvious those players in that.
Which ones? Which ones don't like her?
I mean, you pick one.
You tell me which one don't like her.
All of them.
All the women don't like her.
Just about. I say because it's the height. It's the height, and I'm not gonna lie. It's better players in the WNBA better than Caitlin Clark. So they feel as if I don't see why she has all this hype. Now I'm better than her, but that's just how it is. It's just like LeBron James when he came in with all that hype.
Who didn't like LeBron James? I think we're making stuff up.
His team? No, we're not. His team didn't like him.
We're making stuff up, bro. No, nobody personally disliked LeBron James on the Cavs. Look, we've sat and watched Darius Miles on his own podcast explain what that was all about, man. And people keep
it don't matter. Them dudes talking that trash. Oh, we got better players.
That don't mean they don't like him.
Already.
That don't mean they didn't like him.
LeBron James is the most hyped athlete.
That don't mean they don't like him.
Sport.
Like we got to stop this. Oh, I got haters. Oh, they're hating me. Oh, they don't like me. We got to stop that. People want to compete against you. There were people like Darius Miles who came out of high school just like LeBron James,
and he was trash.
Right? Hold on, let me finish what I'm saying.
Up to LeBron James.
Let me finish what I'm saying. There are people like Darius Miles, came out of high school, Quentin Richardson. No, Quentin wasn't on the cast, but Darius Miles and whoever else was on there, Ricky Davis, Carlos
Boozer.
Right. So these are players who have carved their own way already in the league. They didn't know how good LeBron really was. All they knew is that he had a lot of hype and that was coming in the league, and everybody was saying that he was going to save the Cavs and be the next chosen one and all this stuff. And you got these vets sitting here like, man, he gotta figure out how to get on this court and provide first. Like, we're not about to hype you until you can prove to us that you say what everybody's saying you is. If you prove to us, then we'll shut up. If I didn't like you when you came out here and we gave you the opposition, or we gave you the challenge and you overcame that challenge, if we still acting like we don't like you, then that's when you can say they didn't like him. But once LeBron proved that he can play, no one had an issue with him. So what are we talking about? Nobody like. I mean, like right now, if you was at your job right now and your supervisor went to another job, so his spot came open, but you've been training under him for 4 years, and you want to apply for that job, and they tell you, not so fast. We bringing in this other dude from another district. We go bring him in, right? When he first get there, it's not going to be all cookies and cream and cake and ice cream between y'all two. But he can prove himself, and then you can let your guards down. It's a natural thing. It was a rookie coming in that they said is going to save the league and be immediately better than everyone in the league. And if I'm the best player, I'm sitting here like, I don't know how that's possible. And you gonna have to show me, right?
But
It's
when
called
was any of them
it's
dudes on
called
the
pride.
Cavs
It's called pride. Everybody got it.
like
The
that?
same video I did earlier this week when Dominique Wilkins said, I don't see how these players can let a G leaguer or a D leaguer come up and win a dunk contest 2 years in a row. Like, you got to have more pride in it and say, oh, hell no. Nah. And this is my last example. You, your kids, your wife, you live at home and all this stuff, right? How would you like it if your wife went and hired somebody to cut y'all grass? You would feel some sense of pride, like, what the hell, that nigga, that's my job. What are you outsourcing for? And that's what I could do. I got pride as well. So you can't knock these women for having pride in their league that they've been in for years, when everyone is telling them that they ain't worth squat. And here comes this rookie that's about to come and show y'all how to play basketball. That's not a real thing. You can't expect that, brother.
That dude Darius Miles said he can ride our bandwagon.
Hey, and that's how he felt.
Darius Miles was never like that.
What was he supposed to say?
He was never like that.
Tell me what he was supposed to say.
Even say that LeBron James rookie year was better than Darius Miles.
Okay,
any fucking year.
But tell me what Darius Miles was supposed to say. What was he supposed to say? The man has been in the league for 3 years. What was he supposed to say?
He was supposed to welcome and say, "Hey, we've been hearing about this LeBron James fella. No. I think he's gonna be a great player. Let's leave it at that. No. He ain't have to get on. He ain't have to ride as you know what.
No,
be like, oh yeah,
that's not what you say. Either one is fine.
Way,
no, either one is
either
fine.
Either way, he's still a teammate.
Yeah,
you
but
can
either
still embrace your teammate.
But Chris,
without
either one
them.
of them, even one of them is fine. But one of them don't mean I dislike you. That's what I'm saying. We got to put that to bed. That doesn't mean I dislike you. That just means I got pride as well.
So let's say you add somebody to your panel. You know, you got Zoe, Chris, and all of them. Let's say you add somebody new to your podcast.
Okay.
So would you say that about him the way that they did about LeBron? Would you do that to him?
Would I say what specifically?
Oh, we got people on here that's, you know, that has more interesting topics than he do. Just making up stuff, just like Darius Miles and them did.
If you telling me if
you bring somebody
hold on, I'm about to answer the question. So if I tell you, hey, this new guy from this other channel is coming over here to join Man Down, and then everyone in the comment section say, cool, we'll see how it works out. And then he comes over here, there's nothing that need to be said. But if I advertise that this guy's coming and everybody in the comment section say he's about to save Man Down, all of you guys are trash, he's about to come out here and be way better than y'all, he's about to save Man Down, what do you think I'm going to say in response?
I'm asking you.
Well, what my answer and what my response would be is, never mind, he's not coming, Man Down don't need to be saved. Man,
that's some Michael Jordan shit.
No, but I'm saying, like, come on, man, really? Y'all act like y'all don't know what this is, man.
No, man, that's not right, man.
So if y'all saying Man Down needs to be saved, you want me to be okay with it and not feel no type of way?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you can uplift your teammate without riding, without glazing. You don't have to agree. Oh, he's the next
right.
thing, but you can still embrace him.
I can, but I'm not a good enough person where you can tell me that something that I'm already working on as hard as possible needs to be saved by someone else. And for me not to, if he's coming to save it, I just need to give it to him and go somewhere else. Like you can't have two alphas trying to save the same thing. It don't work like that. Somebody got to submit. So if you telling me, if you telling me we've got all these people that's part of Man Down that's building it from the ground up, and you telling me this other person is about to come and save it, no, I'm sorry. I gotta show y'all I can do it with what we already got here now. Just because you said that, and that's what Kobe did when everybody said, "Yeah, Kobe, you good," but Shaq though. All right, well, let me show y'all I can do it without Shaq. Nobody wants to. Nobody wants to be saved. And you just told a league full of women and veterans, and somebody in the like down in Toronto that's in the GOAT conversation, like you telling GOATs, all stars, vets, great players that their league needs to be saved by a rookie. That when they look on film, they can tell she can't handle the pressure because we seen South Carolina turn her over like a apple. Pineapple cake and lock her up 94 feet. Oh, she can't handle the pressure. So we can see that, but y'all telling us this is Superwoman that's about to save the league. Okay, I can show you better than I can tell you, and that's the response you go get.
I respect that, but I still feel like you can still uplift them, even though people hyping them up. You can still embrace your teammate without glazing.
Easy day, man.
And another thing.
Yes, sir.
This is something you said a while back. You probably won't even remember, but you said something about James Wiseman, because I've seen a clip on YouTube about James Wiseman today. You said Golden State is the reason why that dude can't play.
I first of all, I don't agree that he can't play. But I did say I did say Golden State stunted his growth.
How?
Because he can't.
The style of play.
Yeah, because the you see what Steve Kerr did to Jason Tatum. That's what he did to Jonathan Wiseman.
I mean, Wiseman IQ is terrible, man.
So
that's his problem.
Okay.
His IQ.
Okay.
And he's slow.
Is he the point guard that's running the offense, or is he just rebounding?
No, he's supposed to be. He was supposed to be a Joel Embiid. That's who they compared him to.
No, I ain't never heard that comparison.
They did. They compared him to Joel Embiid because of his size.
I ain't never seen that. I seen athletic. I seen 7 foot. I seen 7 foot athletic guy, but I ain't never seen no Joel Embiid in the post. None of that. Or no.
He was supposed to have a jump shot.
He does have a jump shot.
He doesn't. It's broke. I mean, we could pull up the numbers.
I watched him extensively, especially that rookie year when he was actually carrying the offense when Steph Curry was out with that wrist injury, and after Steph Curry went out with that wrist injury, Draymond Green elected to have surgery on his gums or something. I don't know what he had surgery on, but he faked some injury and was like, I'm getting a new set of donkey teeth, and he just left. And then Clay was out, so it wasn't nobody but Wiseman and a couple other guys, and Wiseman was absolutely hooping.
Poole was carrying the team.
No, not Poole. Poole didn't show up till Steph and them got back. It was Wiseman. It was that power forward that they had that was a rookie that's like 400 pounds now. I don't know what happened to him. Spillman. It was Spillman.
Yeah, Pascal.
Yeah, Pascal Spillman. Not Spillman. Pascal. Both of them juicy now, but it was them dudes. And Wiseman was absolutely hooping. And then when Draymond came back, they couldn't play Wiseman no more because they like to play small ball and play Draymond at the 5 and do all those things. So he came kind of expendable, and then they kept putting him on the bench. I'm like, man, I started all last season. Now I can't even get in the game. And now y'all dropping me down to the G League. And it got to the point where he probably requested that trade, and they traded him. But these are guys that Bob Myers drafted because he knew He wasn't going to be able to afford to pay Clay and pay Draymond, and he had drafted their replacements. Jordan Poole was supposed to replace Clay, and they was going to use Wiseman as their new 5-4 man, and they was going to let Draymond walk. Think about what this team would be now if they would have kept Wiseman. They would have paid Poole, kept Poole, but traded Clay and Draymond instead of paying them this huge max contract, traded them for more draft picks or some role players. And you move forward with Steph, Poole, Wiggins, Gary Payton, Wiseman. Who else they had on that squad? Otto Porter Jr., Loney. They could have moved forward with all them dudes and revamped and added another piece. They probably could have added Paul George. You get what I'm saying? So,
no,
but they wanted to keep Clay and Draymond so bad that they would send Poole packing and bring in CP3 and get him. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you bought CP3 in for what? Just because you wanted to get rid of Poole? Because you wanted to keep Draymond? That's why they're in the situation they're in now, man. But let me get to the next caller, man. You trying to keep me on here forever.
Go ahead, man.
All right. It was 2 more callers that called in, man. Phone lines are open. You can call in. I get one. Yeah, Moses Moody as well. Yeah. And he's not. And Kuminga. I forgot about Kuminga. Kuminga and Moses Moody. All those dudes were supposed to be the replacements. They're supposed to move forward with Steph. They were supposed to keep Steph and Wiggins and Kuminga and Poole and Wiseman and Moody. Like that. They had Bob Myers had the perfect plan B. Not even a plan B. He had the perfect replacements to keep this thing going. But now they just got huge contracts and they're spinning wheels, not going nowhere. All right.